Nobody who shot Louis as bad as you do, but we gotta be smart. Manboy knows what happened. He gonna be waiting for you. They gonna kill you and everybody with you.
You've been wrong at every turn.
There'll always be another war, another loose end to snip.
Snowfall.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy More Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love Snowfall, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Snowfall Season 4, Episode 9. This is the final prediction, so down below, I want you guys to let me know exactly what you think is going to happen in this episode. What are your final predictions? We broke down numerous of videos this week. I want you guys to check them out if you haven't seen them. But after watching those videos, what are your final predictions? What do you think and believe is going to happen? I will be letting you know what I believe is going to happen tonight in this episode. In the description for the episode reads, Franklin fights for survival. Teddy goes to extremes to salvage his operation in career. So the title of the episode is called Sleeping Dogs as well. We know it's about to be a lot of problems, and a lot of problems that probably should be left alone. And we know the problem is, of course, Khadijah and what she did in Uncle Jerome going back and seeking revenge. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to go both ways. Khadijah doing what she did, trying to handle her problems, is going to create a ripple effect, and Uncle Jerome will be on her tail. Now, if you check their Instagram page, it says it's still time to save things. You know what I'm saying? It's still time to save things to stop these problems. Well, that time is about to run out in tonight's episode. I believe that Scully and Khadijah is going to be like, man, something bad is about to happen. So expect that to happen. I believe that's in my final predictions. I believe it's whether Scully or Khadijah are going to pay. Plain and simple. We know that Khadijah's girls are going to pay most definitely in this episode. Uncle Jerome will be rolling up on them, but he's going through a lot after suffering, Aunt Louie getting hit like that. That's a lot of suffering and pain that he had to go through. My final predictions for Uncle Jerome and Franklin Saint is this. I believe Uncle Jerome is going to want to go and get revenge that night. Now, I do think he's going to stand by. Of course, Franklin's going to talk him down on what he does not need to be doing. Uncle Jerome is like, look, you've been wrong since for a long time, put it like that. Because we know that Franklin has been wrong on a lot of different decisions. And I can understand Uncle Jerome wanting to go out there and do what he needs to do to get the job done. But it is a stupid move to try to go on this night, especially since Manboy knows you're coming. That means he's ready. He can prepare and take you out. And this is what Franklin's going to tell him. I believe Uncle Jerome will stand down. He will be pissed off, but he will go to the drawing board and he will create his own game plan on how he wants to take down Khadijah and her girls. Hell, maybe even Scully, Manboy. At the end of the day, Uncle Jerome is coming in this episode. I'm telling you that right now. He's not playing around. And as I told you guys, him going on this night would not have made any sense. Does not make sense. Why would you go, especially since they're, aware that you're coming? That means you may not make it. And of course, we will get the conclusion of Uncle Jerome's game plan. I made the video about will Uncle Jerome survive? Hopefully that is the case. I do not want to see Manboy, his crew, taking down Uncle Jerome at all. I don't want to see Khadijah and her girls or Scully. I don't want to see none of them taking out Uncle Jerome. I want him to survive. But the rate that he is going, and I just got a feeling it ain't going to end well, right? You know what I'm saying? You can just see it. It's just there. You can feel the tension. You can feel like something bad is about to happen. Will Manboy survive? Well, I think Manboy is definitely going to make it to the season finale, of course. And then we're going to talk more about that. But Manboy has been plotting and planning since day one. And in this next episode, I believe we're going to see more of his game plan on what he wants to do. And then it's going to be a big outbreak in the final episode of this season. Now, my final predictions for Teddy is this. Teddy will be addressing Avi, and he needs to watch himself. Avi definitely cannot be trusted. This is a guy that's doing things behind your back. Teddy knows this. He kind of mentioned it to Franklin in the last episode about not trusting people. I believe some of those things that Teddy tells Franklin, he is also talking about himself, about being replaced. I think he's talking about himself, trusting other people, trusting anybody. I think he's also talking about himself as well when it comes to some of the things that he is going through. But he needs to get a hand of Ivy, and pretty much control him. He cannot allow that dude to get over. Now, of course, we know that Teddy is probably going to be taking the recordings from Irene. I told you guys in my last video that Irene needs to be taken out. Whatever game plan that Teddy has, he must have something up his sleeve, because just scaring her, that's not going to be enough. And Franklin Saint told him that. He said, look, you can't just go and scare her. You have to really put actions to that lady. And if you're not going to take her out, you're going to have to continue to worry about her coming to try to take you out, right? And take you down. Now, Alton has a choice. Is he really going to get away? Will he really get away? We're going to find out in this episode. My final predictions for him is something just may happen to Alton, y'all. I just can't see him easing up out of here that easy. It's just not going to go down like he thinks it's going to go down. I mean, you're going to meet up with Irene and not suffer any consequences. Nah, something is definitely going to happen within that storyline, in my opinion. Now, let's get to the end of the trailer when we saw, of course, Uncle Jerome and the homie. They're cornering somebody. I guess they got somebody locked in. I guess not cornering, but this person in the middle is, of course, I believe it has to be Khadijah and her girls. At the end of the day, if it's not Khadijah and her girls, it's only can be Scully or Manboy. At the end of the day, it's going to be one of the three. And Uncle Jerome, the look on his face, it's like, okay, I got you where I want you. Now it's time for you to pay. What will Uncle Jerome do? And if he does decide to take whoever he's going to take out, what are the consequences? Should he just left this alone and handle this issue another way? You know, I say I can understand where he's coming from. I mean, you want to shoot Aunt Louie, and not just shoot Aunt Louie. You want to take out Fatback, and then after that, you shoot Aunt Louie. Somebody has to pay. Scully, Khadijah, Manboy. This episode right here, I cannot see all three of them making it through. And if they do make it through, somebody's getting hurt. That's definitely one of my final predictions. Somebody out of that crew is going to get hurt or possibly die in this episode. We know that episode 8 and 9 is always crazy in Snowfall history. So I don't think they're going to fail us in this episode. Something major will happen. I believe it's going to build up for a crazy season finale, y'all, and I cannot wait to see it. But I want you guys, like I said, give me your final predictions down below. Like I said, if you haven't checked out the prior videos that I made, check out those videos. Get yourself ready, updated, get some rest, y'all. We're going to be up late tonight. I will be giving you guys my quick thoughts, early impressions first, and then I will drop the recap later on. But I'm going to drop that quick thoughts. That way, we can talk about what happened in the episode right after it airs. So stay tuned, guys. But thank you for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.